Hello everyone and welcome back to Cemetery Mary. In the last episode, Kroven and his cronies were absolute jerks to us and gave us a scare, and they were planning on giving us a prank, a scare, the entire time, and they didn't really feel bad. I mean, Zap, whatever her name is, took it too far and then they got mad, but they were already planning on pranking us anyway. We bumped into Reginald, and now we're at this really cozy cafe with some sweet music. Alright? It is magical indeed. See? I told you it was nice. This place seems so delightful. However did you discover it? That's a secret. But maybe I'll tell you one day. We stepped further into the building, Reginald closing the door behind us. Then I followed him to the counter and he asked what I wanted. Oh, don't worry, I can pay for myself. No, please. I insist. Consider it a thank you for accompanying me. Him and Twyla kind of look alike. Are you really sure? Positive. Reginald ordered himself a coffee and I asked for a hot chocolate for myself. I felt a little silly ordering it, but the barista didn't seem to care at all. Even when I asked for marshmallows. Marshmallows just makes it so much better. After we got our drinks, Reginald and I plopped down on an empty couch in the building. You got a styrofoam cup? Paper, actually. And no worries, it's recyclable. I think the mugs they offer here are cute, and better for the environment, but, well, how do you put it? I'm just particular about using the same things as other people, that's all. I believe they even allow you to bring your own mug, but that's a little silly, isn't it? To bring a mug from home, because I would still need to wash it afterwards. And I look absolutely absurd carrying a mug down the sidewalk. You've got a point there. Anyways, are you feeling any better? Who? Me? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not crying anymore, so that's a good thing, I think. Thank you again for bringing me here. No need to thank me. I'm just glad you're feeling better. But if it's okay to ask about now, what had gotten you so upset in the first place? Well, I guess it's okay to talk about. Especially since you wouldn't know these people anyways. Where do I start though? Well, I spend a lot of time with my kinda cousin, and I recently met his other friends. So they're not actual cousins? They're just like family friends? I told Reginald all about what had happened since I first met them. I don't know why. It was like I had to start with one thing, but then that led to all the other things too. I told him about how intimidating they were when I met them, and about how they disrespected the cemetery, and about the incident that happened with them just today. Already I was trying to block it from my memory. And Reginald listened, nodding along as I talked. It felt nice to have someone listen to me. And then I ran into you on the sidewalk. Now we're here, I guess. Sorry for going on like that. I just wasn't sure where to begin or end. Why are you apologizing? I'm actually very happy you told me. It's not good to always let things weigh on you. You know, Mary, I must admit, I'm not at all a violent person. But oh, how I wish I could teach those dolts a lesson right now. Where do they get off thinking that kind of behavior is all right? No, it's okay. I won't hang around them anymore. But at least I tried, right? That's all you can do in life. Try. But yes, don't worry about people like that. They clearly can't appreciate a good thing even when it's right in front of them. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. And it means a lot to me too. Just then, I received a text message. How much you want to bet it's Crow? I took out my phone. Kroven had messaged me. Mary, where'd you go? You're not at the cemetery. At least I don't see you here. I don't want to see you right now. Actually, I put my phone away without responding to him. Reginald, are you busy? No, not really. I was planning to run a few errands, but it's nothing that needs my immediate attention. Why do you ask? Can I come along? You want to run errands with me? Yeah. I don't really feel like going home, at least not right now. Well, if you're certain, you're more than welcome to come along. I would more than appreciate the company. Thank you again. I spent the rest of the day helping Reginald with his errands. It wasn't anything too big. We bought some stuff from the hardware store, things he needed for a bit of a DIY car repair. Wrenches, screwdrivers, antifreeze, oils, but nothing too big to carry. I also helped him pick up a few groceries. He was running low on milk and eggs, but he picked up some strawberries too, before they go out of season. It wasn't anything too exciting, but it was nice to be able to do something simple with him, and enjoy completing these simple tasks with someone who wasn't trying to trick me or make me cry. Before we knew it, it started to get dark. I told Reginald I ought to get going. Get home safely then, all right? I promised him I would, and then went to catch the next bus home. Well, at least my day wasn't completely bad, or at least that's what I thought initially. But once I made it home, opened the door to the cabin, someone was waiting for me there, and he was not happy. Hi, Crow. About fucking time you got home! Where the hell were you? You didn't answer any of my fucking texts! Of course I didn't. I'm mad at you. You're mad at me? I'm the one who's supposed to be mad here. Do you have any fucking idea what could have happened to you? It can't be any worse than what you and your friends did to me. Ah! Is this really what this is about? Well, no, shut up, buddy guy. Get the fuck over it, Mary. None of you even apologize? I can't get over it that easily. You all just wanted to make fun of me. Seriously? It's not like I can fucking control every little thing they do. You should know how they are by now. Besides, what they do isn't my fucking fault. So I don't know why the fuck you're getting so upset at me. Because you let them do it. You never say anything. Maybe they'd stop if you didn't keep letting it happen. Hey, don't start turning this back on me. Maybe if you weren't such a sensitive crybaby, we wouldn't be having this problem. I can't believe you'd say that. Don't call me a crybaby, you're making fun of me again. I can't believe you'd say that. I can't believe you'd even say something like that to me. Oh, give me a goddamn break. You know, maybe it's why you're so mean to me lately, huh? Come again? Fuck is that supposed to mean? Hanging around such awful people? No wonder you've become such a bad person. Oh, really now? That's how you feel? No, that's exactly what you meant. You've been thinking about it quite often. I didn't mean it. No, it isn't. It's not. That's not what I meant. I don't like any of these answers. I want to fight. That's not what I meant. It's definitely, yeah, it's definitely how I feel. I don't know at what point you stopped, but you definitely aren't a good person anymore. I don't know who this person is, but the Krovan I know would have never been so cruel. The Krovan you know? Ain't that rich? Let me tell you something. The Krovan you knew died with the other fucking Krovisons. Krovan, you can't say that. I'm so fucking over this already. You really hate me that much? Why are you even still here? I can't believe this shit. Didn't mean any of that, I'm sorry. Then maybe I should just leave. If that's how you feel. Maybe you should. And take all your stupid fucking baggage with you. Oh no. Krovan stormed off after that. I went the other way and marched upstairs. I felt like crying all over again, but I think I used up all my tears for that day. I was going to text the number again because, well, it's what I always do before I go to bed, but when I opened my phone, I was surprised to see I had a few messages from someone else. It was Twyla. I hadn't really seen her since that night at the club. Hey, Mary. I know it's late, so I don't blame you if you're already in bed, but I figured I'd ask you anyway since it's not overly time sensitive. I'm going to be at the library tomorrow looking for anything I can. looking for anything I can find that might help with our town's little problem. I figured you could come and help me research if you're up for it. Yeah, I can come help. I think that's a really great idea. I'll be sure to be there first thing tomorrow. Well, I don't know if I'll be there that early, but I'll be sure to see you there. I had agreed to meet with Twyla. Maybe part of me did this in spite of Crovin, but it would be a nice distraction, I think. A distraction from all the bad stuff that happened today, and I wouldn't have to think about it tomorrow. When I got up the next morning, I hurried myself out of the house. I wasn't even sure if Crovin was still home, but I wasn't going to stick around long enough to find out. I headed to the library as quickly as I could that morning, and even though Twyla said she wasn't going to be around so early, she was still there when I arrived. Twyla, you're already here? Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm here. I thought you said you wouldn't be here so early. I don't think it's super early, but that's not the point. You're here to help me with research, right? Oh, yeah, of course. Just tell me what I need to do. I'm going to need you to fetch some books for me. Twyla handed me a list of books she needed. I worked in the library before, so I know they're here. I just want you to pick up a few for starters. Alright, I think I can do that. Yeah, I sure hope so. I took Twyla's list and began to grab the books for her. There were a few psychology books, but also some filled with, periodicals? Is that how you describe it? I don't know. But what I did know is that if I kept carrying so many books all at once, I'd topple over. It's happened before. I began to hand them over to Twyla. She seemed very focused as she took the books from me. Sometimes, when I handed her a book, she'd slide one over to me with the pages open. I would close it and go return it on the proper shelf. It was only after a few books that I realized she was probably anticipating I'd read the passages she had opened to. Oh well. I kind of just continued fetching her books and shelving them back again absent-mindedly. But it seemed like the best thing for me to do to be able to help. I doubted I would understand the information as well as she did. I am, well, not the brightest at times. You're distracted. Am I? You certainly seem a bit out of it. Is everything all right? Well, I had a fight with a friend last night, and we still haven't made up. I see. Well, that's not going to help us here. Huh? If you want to help, you're going to have to pull yourself together. You know the issue we're dealing with is much more serious than whatever dumb fight you and your friend had, right? I guess. Yeah, sorry. Are you going to be like this the whole time? I don't know. You can leave. Huh? Are you sure? I thought you needed my help. Clearly you aren't going to be any help to me like this. Oh, don't take it so harshly. I'm doing you a favor, if anything. I'll call you up again next time I need you for something. Just remember not to forget all about this, okay? Okay. I'm sorry I can't be more help. That's fine. See you later. See you. I left the last of the books on the table for her, then headed out of the library. I wasn't much help at all, was I? All because I was... Speak of the devil. Dude, what the fuck? Cloven? What are you doing in there with her? Didn't I already tell you to stay away from her? What, did you just, not listen? Or not care? You're just trying to piss me off at this point, aren't you? I'm trying to help her with something. It's not like any of your business in the first place. Excuse me? That girl is definitely my business, especially if she's talking to you. What's so bad about her? You can't just tell me to do something and not explain why. Why not? You don't trust me anymore, huh? I guess it's just as well. Let me tell you this then. Either you stay the fuck away from her, or you stay the fuck away from me. We love a good ultimatum! We love it! Crovin stomped past me after that. He didn't apologize when his shoulder bumped into mine. He just kept walking. I hoped that wherever he was going, Wherever he was going, it wasn't home, because that was the only place I wanted to be right now, even if it seemed like he would prefer I'm not there anymore. I want to ask you something. You always do, don't you? Please. Apologies. It wasn't meant to appear sarcastic. Go on. Do you know who I'm with? How do you mean? Like, you know about the other people connected to me, and if you do, are you coming for them too? Please. Yes. Wait. Yes to which question? I'm sorry. I have to go. Good night, Mary. God, so secretive. Days passed. As days often do. Things in the house have been incredibly tense. I can't even recall the last time I physically spoke to Croven. Maybe it was the day at the library? I don't know. I really don't remember. It's not like I don't see him at all. But when we do see one another, we don't talk. It's really awkward. Sometimes when we find ourselves in the same room, one or both of us will just leave. We don't say good morning or good night. And if I see him on the street, he looks away. I wish things weren't like this. I just really want things to go back to normal, back before. I really want things to be better. You did nothing wrong. I want him to apologize. Is that bad? It's just, I feel like I'm always the one apologizing. Am I? Or am I just saying that because it's what I want to be true? Regardless, I wish I could hear him say it. It would remind me that he cares, because he does care about me, right? I don't know. I hope so. I sat in the living room for the remainder of the day, at least until dinner time, that is. The fire was on and I was reading, but I knew I would have to start cooking something soon. Then I heard Croven come in through the front door, still not feeling comfortable being in the same room as him. I got up to move into the next room when... Huh? Mary, you know I love you, right? Like, even when I'm mad or yelling? I promise I don't mean it. I really, really, really don't mean it. Yeah, I know. I love you too. Are you okay? Did one of his friends die? No. Theodore died. Oh my god! Did I just call it? That was way too sudden for there to be nothing happening. Oh, Crow. I turned around to hug Croven properly this time. I didn't ask him what had happened. He didn't seem to be in the mood to talk about it, and I don't think I was either. Oh. I helped him prepare the service. Or perhaps it's more apt to say that I prepared the service because he asked me to. You're so passionate about it, he told me. So I know you'll make sure he has the best one. It was just... I don't know if passionate was the right word. Oh boy. Poor Crow. I hope it was a nice service. I like to think it was. I did try my best to pull it all together after all. I got lots of flowers and a nice spot for him to rest. Croven was responsible for inviting everyone, but everyone wasn't a lot of people. I wasn't sure if it was because no one wanted to attend, or if it was because Theo only had this many friends. I looked around. Zapara wasn't here. Oh, Crow. Eventually, everyone began to leave. But again, everyone wasn't all that many people. Before I knew it, it was just me, Croven, and Theo. Wordlessly, Croven sat beside Theo's freshly dug grave. I did the same. Normally, I enjoy funerals. Or perhaps it's better to say, I appreciate them for what they are. But this one was hard to appreciate. I couldn't find a trace of pleasantness in it. Not even a little bit. It just felt sad. Robin? Is there anything more I can do? You've done enough. Right. Robin, I don't want to upset you, but if it's okay, I want to try talking to him. Mary, this isn't the time for that ridiculous shit. I'm being serious. I promise to you that it works. And I've never been bad on my promises before, have I? Please, just give me a chance. Fine. If you're so insistent, then go ahead. But when you wake up, I want you to tell me something that only Theo would know. Because if you can't, I really don't want to hear about this ever again. I understand. But I won't let you down. Okay. I think we're leaving it off here. Let's see if we can contact Theo in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.